Hi studio families, as promised I have an update for you. I am excited to give you some information as far as what could possibly happen very shortly. And doing this video today is kind of interesting because I actually had a completely different plan in place even as of last Thursday. And recently we found out that even though we had full intention to open up our studio in June and then shift everything, we would be able to do our show in August. We had confirmed that with LCC that they would move our show for us and we could have our show on August 21st and 22nd. We found out last Friday that they are in fact clearing their calendar of all the events, and I knew that that was probably coming very soon, but it still doesn't soften the blow of how much that does break not only my heart but our teachers, and I know some of the students. For some that might come as a relief, but for me, please understand that this is our life, this is what we do. I've been directing a dance for over 17 years, and I have never not ended the year with a production, a recital, a celebration of some sort. So there's a lot of emotions happening right now, as you can imagine. I'm excited for still the possibility of being able to open, and I'll talk about that in a second, but I know and feel the disappointment. And so I know for you, if your kids are watching with you, your students are watching with you, and crying is absolutely okay. I put a lot of makeup on today because ever since I found out about us not being able to have a show, I've had kind of a roller coaster of emotions. Again, like I said, I trust God. I trust that this is what the plan is supposed to be. I trust that there's good things ahead for Identity and that we are not defined by our shows. In fact, our motto is Dance on Purpose. And for me, what that means is, well, the definition of purpose is the reason why you do a particular thing. And I don't know about you, but the last several weeks I have had a lot of time to think about why I do a lot of things. And one of them in particular is why we have the studio, why I dance, why I continue to teach. For me, I believe that Identity is so much more than a show. And even though it's disappointing and it does hurt that we don't get to commemorate and celebrate in that way, we do have some ways in which we want to pivot our plans and do them just a little differently. So now I want to tell you that we do still plan on opening our doors in phase 2, and again, that is all contingent on whatever Oregon decides, and whatever our county and our governor officially announces. But phase 2 should happen as of June 6th, and we have set a tentative open date for June 8th. Now what that looks like is, it looks different than what we would normally do. We would only dance for 1 month. In fact, it's just shy of a month to open up June 8th. We would dance in person. It would not be show driven or performance driven. It would be just for the sake of coming back together as a studio and finishing with some sort of solidarity and acknowledging your kids and the work that they've put in this year. We want to give a chance for some people who have taken a break to come back in June and rejoin us and just celebrate as a family. I understand there are implications with doing dance together, and we would of course follow guidelines and all things considered, and Dusty and I will be very knowledgeable about what we need to do in order to make that happen. And so to come together for just the month of June, and then we would end our year like we normally would have. Our show was going to be on the 26th and 27th anyway. We would end that week, and we would utilize that week again with all kinds of different parameters, but we would utilize that week to have small very small showcases just within each class individually, and they would be able to show a limited number of family members what they've been working on this year. We would honor each student with a certificate, and then they're going to get a gift regardless of how we end the year. But if you have continued to dance with us or come back in June, if and when we open our doors, then you will be part of this last week of dance celebration. That's all I can really say about it. So again, what happens if we're not cleared? So we've thought about that, and I have another plan in place in case we're not. All of us, the teachers and just me, I've made this decision. I do not plan on continuing Zoom classes for the month of June. As great as they have been, and as a lot of dancers have really loved them and gravitated and held on to it and really been excited about it, we don't want to end our year on Zoom. We want to do something different for your dancers. So I came up with the idea of all of our teachers. We're going to be starting this very soon, so it's ready in case our phase 2 plan doesn't come into place of actually opening our doors. We're going to be recording special videos that are brand new combos, brand new dances. These videos will be about 15 to 20 minutes long, so not like a full dance class, but you will be directed to an entire portal or library if you're paying tuition here in June, and you will be able to access a ton of different styles, so acro, lyrical, old school hip hop, regular hip hop, ballet, lyrical, I'm not sure if I said contemporary yet, tap, baton. So everything that our teachers have been trained in and gifted in, we're going to separate it by level, beginning, intermediate, and advanced. And you can log in if you're still a member of the Identity family in June, and we will give you access to these really cool videos. And again, we're trying our hardest to not have these videos be filmed in a garage or anything like that. We're trying to use some video recording apps and media to put behind us so that it looks authentic and it's just fun for the kids. So I really look forward to that if that's what we have to do for June. And just on a side note, even if we are able to open, we are going to do those videos in the near future as resources for your kids at home, so they can continue their training over the summer and even into the fall. We want to reach more than just the people that walk through our doors. We want to reach kids from all over the world. So we're going to start to build an online dance program out of this crazy, unprecedented time that we found ourselves in. So again, those videos will be very different than what you've seen up until now. These will be very professional. They will be very, not that our videos before weren't professional, but this is just going to be different. So just look forward to that. I'll get logistics for that. I don't know what that will look like, what we'll charge for that, and all those things. But again, we as a studio, number one, we want to continue your kids dancing. It's good for their emotional, physical, and mental health. But we also need to keep the studio at least bringing in something until what we had already planned on was the end of our year, which is in the end of June. So I hope it excites you, the two different plans that we have. I know that disappointment is part of our life right now, and that regardless of whether or not we can actually open our doors on June 8th, I just want you to know that I have legitimately believed and held on to and will not let go the hope that there is amazing things ahead for Identity. I want you guys to be a part of however we are able to end our year. If we cannot physically open our doors, we will be having a one-day spread out over the entire day and maybe separated by class or alphabetical order or something, a drive-by ceremony where we will decorate the front of the studio, even maybe in the inside. You can come in, we'll give you your end of the year gift. You can take as many pictures as you want. You can dance, you can take a video of yourself dancing, whatever you want. We will be doing some sort of end of the year ceremony, whether it takes place over a week's time, which we hope if we're dancing together, then that's how we will do it. If not, we will do a one-day, just like you've seen drive-by parades and all these things that people are adjusting to the new restrictions. We will do something that your kids will be able to look forward to. And again, this will be for families that are currently enrolled. So thank you so much. I, like, from the bottom of my heart, honestly, we just don't know what the heck we're doing from day to day. Just try to take it one day at a time still, trying to pivot. But guys, I want you to know that all is not lost. This year isn't a waste. God's not gonna let us down. In fact, I was reading in my journal yesterday, and I shared this with the teachers and staff meeting, but it's from Psalm 27:14, and it says, "Don't give up. Don't be impatient. Be entwined as one with the Lord," which just means be connected to him. "Be brave and courageous and never lose hope. Yes, keep on waiting, for he will never disappoint you." And for me, even reading that last line, he will never disappoint you. You know, situations disappoint us, people disappoint us. We go through disappointment maybe every day right now. But one thing I know to be true, God will never disappoint us. So there's hope on the other side of this. I hope this message brings you joy. I would really like to hear from you, your families. I'd like to hear how your kids are doing. If any of them need to talk or are having a hard time processing how the year is ending, how they thought it would, I'm here. I love to talk. I love to listen. I love to listen to people. I love to listen to what you're going through. I would love to hear positive feedback. It has been so weird not seeing you guys all the time and just seeing you very limited on Zoom. So I pray for our studio families every day. I pray for our teachers. I pray for the students. And I know that good things are ahead. So hang on just a little bit longer, and you can celebrate because we're done with Zoom in 2 weeks. So good job, guys. Way to persevere to the end. That's our word this month, persevere. So thank you for watching this video. We will talk to you soon. Praying for all of you guys, and have a good rest of your week.